Hi, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson here with AC Bongos and the crowd here at Gamescom 2012 in Cologne, Germany. What a great week we've had.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our last night here in Cologne at Gamescom, but we've got a really good one for you tonight. It's really hot here, right? So if it's hot where you are, Get yourself a cold drink, get out of the sun, and settle down for another hour of live multiplayer footage.
Yeah, we've been here for the past few nights, and don't worry if you missed anything, because tonight we're going to catch you up real quick, aren't we?
Yeah. So highlights from the week, but also, as I say, lots more live multiplayer footage. Again, we've got some of these best Call of Duty players in the world tonight. There was competition last night, so they were at each other's throats. This night they're going to be having some fun and hopefully putting together some big highlight reels for you.
Well, why don't we get ready for the gameplay, so why don't you walk around and get into your position over there?
Yes, indeed. Come with me. So another public day on the show. Obviously, it's Saturday, so it's gone absolutely crazy in here today. In fact, it's so busy that all the games journalists tend to go home today, but there's a word for people like that where I come from, and that word is quitter. We are here to the bitter end, and we're glad that you're here with us as well. Now, I wanted to show you this, right? If you queue up and you come and play Black Ops 2 multiplayer here at Gamescom, if you win, this is the t-shirt that you take home. You've earned your stripes and you get to take them with you as well. Now, this is actually mine. I earned this today. I played against Optic and SK and won. They might have been knives only. I couldn't possibly comment on that. That's Big Timer turning around when he hears me talking smack about him. And here we are, my last night in the podcasting booth with Hastro. How are you, mate?
Doing really well today.
Good. So it's the last night of our streaming. What are you hoping for tonight to close things out in style?
You know, if we have games that were as good as we had yesterday, then it's going to be another great show.
Cool. And we had competition night last night. The European teams, Prophecy and SK, probably didn't come up as big as we hoped. So are you expecting more from them tonight?
Well, they had a great play in that CTF on Cargo, so I think they're going to do really well again. But the North Americans just kind of rolled yesterday, so we'll see if we can get a better performance out of the Europeans today.
All right, it's all about trying to get some good highlight reels for you guys tonight. So we'll be kicking off a gameplay really soon. In the meantime, it's back to Major Nelson.
Thank you, Graham. As we said earlier, we've been here for the past 3 nights. We busted out on Wednesday night with all the premiere information about Call of Duty Black Ops 2, all the new multiplayer modes. We talked about codcasting, great new features. So what do you say that we catch you up with a video? Here we go.
It was amazing.
I'm still shaking.
Loved every second. It was really good. We're going back and back again.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Die Grafik fand ich sehr gut. Black Ops 2 is going to take professional gaming and all the public gaming to the next level.
Oh man, it's incredible. Call of Duty is one of my favorite titles.
Let's do it.
This was just gaming up till now it's a sport.
Wow, that's just a little bit about what we've been doing for the past few days. Now, I want to turn our attention to some hardware, specifically the Turtle Beach headphones. You probably noticed them on some of the players and on the show floor. Well, Turtle Beach has teamed up with Treyarch for an exclusive line of headsets. Let's take a look. I'm here with Jeff Burchett from Turtle Beach. Now, in order to really enjoy Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you have to have a great audio setup. And Jeff, you're with Turtle Beach. You guys have something really exciting to announce. Tell me about it.
We do. We have a line of 5 exclusive headsets specifically made for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. We've been developing those in conjunction with Activision and Treyarch, and we're really excited to bring those to the market just in advance of the game launching.
Now, you've got 5, so walk us through what the 5 are, because, you know, when someone walks into the store and goes, I don't know which one I want, how do you do this? What do you do?
Well, ideally, you'd buy all of them.
Sure, okay.
There's that.
There's that.
So the line starts out with a series of earbuds. They're great in-ears. They've got a nice braided cable. They're designed for use on something like a Vita or a 3DS, your mobile phone, tablets. The next step up is the Kilo, which is our wired stereo model. And one of the things that's really cool about this whole line is that they all feature some super premium features. And it starts with the entry level at the kilo, so you've got a braided cable, you've got protein leather and memory foam ear cushions, really nice stuff there.
Protein leather?
It's cruelty-free, animal-free leather. It's really nice.
There you go.
So the kilo is a wired stereo model. The next step up from that is our X-Ray headset. The X-Ray is a wireless surround sound headset that offers wireless chat. It's got a rechargeable battery, really nice there. Moving up from the X-Ray, we have what's called our Sierra model, which is a wired tournament headset. And this is where the features start to get really, really cool. The Sierra is actually programmable, which means you can change the way that the headset processes the audio. And Treyarch has actually been developing the programmable presets for it, so it's kind of the definitive audio experience for the game. And then finally, on top of that, we have the Tango. And the Tango is the wireless version. It's got the presets. It's got surround sound. It's got a dual pairing stereo Bluetooth. You can talk on your phone on this thing. You can pair your MP3 player to it and stream music to it. It's got a rechargeable battery, which you can play while you're charging. So you can go on a 36-hour Black Ops 2 bender and never have to take it off.
And never have to take it off because when your mom calls you, your girlfriend, your wife, you can still take the call.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk a little bit about working with Treyarch, because that's really interesting. Is that so during this development, you're working side by side with Treyarch to make sure that the audio that you're going to experience in this line is optimal.
Right.
So tell us about that.
So we have a team that's in California as well. We have a second office there. Our main office is in New York. So our team in California has been in close contact with the folks at Treyarch. We've been giving them specs for these headsets. They've been letting us know, what they need to produce for audio and letting us, in on some of the details of how their audio engines are working. And then we've been giving them advanced copies of the tool that allows them to actually program the headset. So they've been playing with that and tweaking it and making sure that they can get the audio just right.
So that's really interesting, because for the first time that I can recall is the hardware and the game are really almost paired together exclusively.
It's pretty cool. I kind of like to think of it almost as a director's cut.
Right.
Because you put on the headset, you use the presets, and that way you're hearing the game exactly the way that the developers have intended it.
So you have 5 different models here, ranging everything from a pair of earbuds all the way up to this Supremo amazing model that has Bluetooth and everything and a kitchen sink.
Yes.
That's amazing. When are they going to be available?
They'll be available a few weeks before the game ships. We don't really have an exact release date at this point, but you could probably look for them sometime around late October.
Jeff Burchett from Turtle Beach. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. That's a look at the hardware, but what about the game? The game comes out November 13th. What can we expect from multiplayer? We've certainly seen a lot of it over the past few days, but Dave Vonderhaar, the design director for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, is going to tell us a little more. David, what's new in Black Ops 2 and how does it differ from previous games?
Larry, when we started development of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer, we really wanted to challenge all of the fundamental assumptions about all of our core gameplay systems. So all of those systems, including Create a Class, the score streak system, even ranking and unlocking, we've had a really critical, deep think about the best way we can put power to customize the game back in the hands of the player.
There's so much going on here. Give us kind of a high level of some of the headlines.
Yeah, so, the game takes place in 2025. So all of our brand new toys and technologies and gadgets that you're going to find in multiplayer, we built because it gives us this great sandbox for us to develop new gameplay mechanics around that technology.
Now, there's a real sports feel to this experience, isn't there? There's some great new features.
So the esports initiative. Yeah. So in the competition and esports initiative, we're doing a lot of things for players. First off, we're going to have a skill-based matchmaking system that we refer to as league play. So that way you and I can play together if we're of equal skill, because the game is fun when competition is at an equal playing field. Competition's fun when we're at the same level. So that's how we do the sport. The second thing that we do is a feature we call codcasting. Codcasting is a special type of spectator mode, and it allows a guy inside the game to serve as a type of color commentator. And he can go through the game, you can see everyone on the map, you can see where they all are, what kind of kill streak they're on, if they're taking objectives in a particular type of view, and you can use this to put on a great spectator experience for other people, therefore making the game fun to watch.
Thanks, David. You're going to hear about that and a lot more of the brand new Black Ops 2 multiplayer features later on in the show.
Hey everyone, back here with a man whose codcasting is like a K9 unit biting at your throat. Sastro, how are you, mate?
Oh, that's a pretty good analogy right there, I think.
So I was working on that for a while. Tell me about some of your highlights from the week. We've been live streaming for 3 nights. What were some of the big moments for you?
You know, just how close some of these matches were near the ends of the games. It's just unbelievable how well some of these maps play and with the game modes. But not only that, just seeing the reaction of all the people. We've had thousands and thousands of people come through the booth to play Black Ops 2 multiplayer, and just seeing the fan reaction has been probably the best moments for me.
Right. Speaking of the fans, I've been keeping an eye on the Twitter stream, so use that hashtag BlackOps2MP. The Orig Blade Man was on earlier saying he loves the fact that it's score streaks now, not kill streaks. How do you think that changes the game?
Yeah, it ultimately rewards objective gameplay, right? And supporting your teammates and trying to win the game as opposed to just trying to pick up kills. I mean, Call of Duty has so many objective-based game modes, even more than just a team deathmatch, right? So it's important to make sure we reward the players who are trying to win the game for their team.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so last night was competition night. It was pretty intense in here, lots of pressure. Tonight we're a little bit more relaxed. The players are going to have a bit of fun. Talk to us about who we've got here again tonight and who you're looking for some big highlight reels from.
Yeah, so strictly today we're pitting the North Americans versus the Europeans once again. Right. So our first map is going to be a team deathmatch on Aftermath. And similar players, if you tuned in the last few days, all the same. If you haven't tuned in, we have 2 North American teams in Optic Gaming and Team Envious, and they're going to be playing against Prophecy from the UK and German side. So some local German players, but they're some of the best players in Germany, if not the best.
Okay, so we're going to kick off with Team Deathmatch on Aftermath. That map's really shown off well this week, I think. So let's get going. Let's get right back into the gameplay. Cheers.
All right, folks, we're about to kick this one off. It's going to be a team deathmatch here on Aftermath. First game of the day for our pro players coming back in here in Cologne, Germany. It's beautiful. It's our last day in Cologne, and I'm actually really bummed that I have to leave tomorrow, but as we jump into the game, we're on board with Twiz, and he has the M8A1. Oh, no, gets a weapon swap before the countdown ends. And it looks like Twiz is going to be packing the MSMC submachine gun, so we're on board with the North American side. As we take a look here at the breakout, we see Twiz along with 3 other teammates pushing the very center of the map. You got a couple other teammates breaking out. Looks like the North Americans are going to be able to pin in 3 of the Europeans here. And it looks like they are bunched up a little bit more as we're still on board with Twiz. Twiz drawing first blood right there on Shane in the game. However, the Europeans pick up 2 more kills. And now 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. And Twiz is getting shot from behind and turns, fires some nice shots right there. He's staying alive. And it looks like Twiz is going to get taken out by Raiden. Raiden, a German player for Apex. And now he's going to be coming back around off spawn. And Twiz gets taken out again by Nice. Let's take a look here at the picture-in-picture. We see that Nice is on a 3-kill streak for the European side. We'll swap over to him as he has the M8A1. He has 2 attachments on that as well. He's got the reflex sight attachment, the classic red dot reflex sight there. And he also has the laser sight attachment, which has become a very popular choice of our professional players here in Cologne, Germany. So Nice now with his teammates trying to scope out what's going on. We'll take a look here at the overhead map, and it looks like he is going to run into a player right here. And there he is, Nice with the nice hip fire kill. It was Twiz who he just picked off, and it looks like he's going to call in a hunter-killer drone score streak. So that hunter-killer drone is out in the sky. It's going to be searching out any players here on our map. And it looks like it unsuccessfully hit a wall or hit some rubble, so it doesn't look like it's going to pick up a kill just yet. And it actually detonated, so no more from that hunter-killer drone as Karma turns the corner. And now you see Nice turn and took some nice shots right there. And now he's going to be calling in a Hellstorm missile. He's going to burst it now. And it doesn't look like he managed to connect right there, so Nice with that Hellstorm could have actually increased their lead even more, but the Europeans have taken a nice, comfortable lead. They are now up by 7 kills as Nice gets taken out. And it looks like the North Americans are starting to heat up. This is Optic Ray from Canada playing for Optic Gaming here. And he's calling in a care package at the moment. And it looks like he also has a UAV in the hole. So this could be a perfect opportunity for the North Americans to pick it up just a little bit. As that drops, look at this, folks. He is actually going to have the War Machine score streak drop for him. Now that thing is absolutely devastating, and we see the North Americans are picking it back up at the moment, and you see Ray firing one of those War Machine rounds off into a doorway, fires another one, but it was at his teammate. Got a little startled there. He is searching for a enemy team, and he does get a kill there on Shane. And now he's still looking around. You can actually be quite aggressive with this thing, and looks like Ray testing out the iron sights on it. And look at that, very nice shot right there on Shane. So picking up a couple kills here, fires another one, gets the hit marker, and it looks like he is going to go after that kill. And there you have it, and picking up another kill there on Swanee. He has 3 rounds remaining, and that War Machine will stay on board with him as he tries to pick up one at range. He does pick off Raiden right there, so he actually scoped it in. Now he also earned another score streak. He actually picked up a Death Machine score streak in the process. So he's stacking those score streaks up, and here you go, firing some nice shots right there. So Optic Ray on a tear. The North Americans have brought it back to within 2. Why don't we take a listen in and see just how well the North Americans are communicating.
Middle right side. Two of them, one shot, man.
Grab on the middle, grab on the middle. One by one, one by one.
UAV awaiting orders.
We heard some great communication there out of the North Americans as they have now managed to take the lead back by 2 kills, and we're on board with Twiz of Team Envious, who now calls in a care package, and let's see if they can take this home. This game is super close at the moment. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. It is anybody's game, surely, as we have a tie score now, and it looks like a Death Machine is going to come out for Twiz as well. So the North Americans picking up some very nice, helpful score streaks. Twiz also has a Hellstorm missile ready to roll as the North Americans increase their lead in the feed, taking up 4 more kills right there. Twiz picking up a kill with that Death Machine there on Swanee. And now firing some beautiful shots right there with the Death Machine, putting that center screen right on board. And now he's calling in that Hellstorm. Go ahead and call it in now. And you have plenty of players bunched up there for the Europeans. He does manage to take out Nice and Gunshi. 30 seconds remaining now as we take a look. Twiz pulling that out once more. And we'll hop on board now with Merc of Optic Gaming as they try to close this one out, up by 6 kills. This has been very close, but the North Americans starting to run away with 15 seconds left to go. Can the Europeans pick up the kills they need? It looks like Merc fired some nice shots right there with the M8A1 and picks up another. And so the North Americans are starting to run away with 5 seconds left to go. It looks like they're going to take match number 1 here from Cologne, Germany today, 70-63. And let's take a look at your final kill cam. And you see some really nice shots right there by Twiz picking up that double.
Fantastic first game. What a way to get started there. Now, what you saw there, in addition to fantastic gameplay, was a brand new feature called codcasting. Now, these are tools that every Call of Duty Black Ops 2 player will have access to when the game ships November 13th. So let's catch up with the guys that specifically, we're going to talk to Dave Von Haar and Hastro. They're going to tell us about some of those features and what you can expect. David, that was amazing. What did we just see?
That was the world premiere of the codcasting feature in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer, and that was Cargo in Team Deathmatch.
Thanks, David. Hastro, tell us about some of the tools that we just saw.
Sure. So you saw a few different elements in the codcasting feature, and it just really allows us to get in and make a better viewing experience for the audience that's tuning into Call of Duty matches online, right? So you saw an element called the score panel, and that's the kind of the key element at the very top center of the screen. The score panel is just a way for us to give information quickly to the audience, the score, what team's in the lead, and how much time is left in the game.
And then, of course, we saw the names up there. That's the nameplate.
Yeah, the nameplate essentially is our way of giving the player a jersey and a number, right? A name on the back of the jersey. We're in a first-person POV in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, so we want to be able to identify the player and who you're watching, so that's what the nameplate does.
Now that's all great, but viewers really want to see the map. Tell us about the map.
Yeah, the map overhead is a really important piece of information for the audience. So the audience wants to see where the teams are set up, where are they located on the map, where are the engagements about to occur. And also for the commentators, it's a great tool because the commentator can kind of switch players after a player dies and bring you right back into the action faster.
Now this is really exciting. It's almost like watching a TV show, picture in picture.
Yeah, now the picture-in-picture mode is just really robust, a lot of features there, but essentially you're able to see what the kill streak is for each certain player. If a player is just on a tear, he's got 10 kills in a row, you'll be able to see that in the right-hand column. Also, we have an objective column, so any player who's playing an objective in real time, you're going to be able to see live when that player is playing an objective, and it's going to identify that that player is in fact on the objective.
Are there a lot of options that we can tweak?
Well, we actually have elements of the HUD that are removable, and you can actually customize the HUD for the viewer. And you can actually go in and, let's say an esports league or a big tournament wants to put in their own graphics, so you can remove a piece of the HUD and we can actually fully customize that for the viewing experience. So you can completely wipe it, put in the mini map, take it away, different things like that. It's just very, very robust, and essentially that's what makes up codcasting. Now,
one of the really neat features is Listen In, where we can actually hear the players, right?
Yeah, the Listen In feature in codcasting mode is actually my favorite feature. It really allows us to take the audience and put them into the huddle with the players. So you really get a sense for just how much their communication separates them from other teams in competitive play. The best professional teams in the world have top-notch communication, and it's crucial to them winning a game. So we get to feel what they're feeling, what they're strategizing, and just hear the overall just lingo between the players, and it's just really an exciting tool. It's just such a great deal of information that the audience is going to be empowered with now. In Black Ops 2, the commentators have all the right to make the viewing experience as customized to the viewer and the audience as possible. So, you know, for me personally as a commentator, I want to make the viewing experience as fun as possible for the audience, and I'm able to do that with Codcaster mode, but more importantly, I'm able to make sure that we don't miss those epic moments in the battles that may have gotten lost in the past. You know, these just crucial moments that change the face of the game and what essentially determines outcomes of matches. We're able to make sure that we capture all of that.
Thanks, Hastro. David, I want to talk to you about some of these features. What was it like implementing some of these features?
Yeah, so there's really a couple of really key pillars to the entirety of the esports and competitive agenda for us. Black Ops 2 has a league play feature. This is a sport. It's how you make Call of Duty multiplayer a sport, and we actually use skill-based matchmaking to put players in the right brackets. Competition is fun at any level, pro players and average players alike. We also have to make it fun to watch, fun to spectate. That's what codcasting does. So that's why that feature is so important, have that production around that sport. And then finally, we need a way to give that sport or broadcast it to the world, and we do that with a feature we call live streaming.
You're now putting basically thousands of dollars of tools into the hands of the community. That's got to be really exciting. You're expecting to see a lot of great stuff out of them.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually really important for us to put as many tools as we can. We really like to make sure that we give the player the ability to customize the experience, whether they're playing the game, whether they're watching the game. In fact, Larry, you can even go back through the theater feature later, pick up those games, and then codcast them later. It's really cool.
The team at Treyarch has got to be excited about the work that they've done around this. They've always really enjoyed the community, but this takes it to a different level.
We're going to keep going. We're pretty engaged with the community all the time. They're very passionate people. They have a lot to say about the game, and it's really fun to take their ideas, mold them into the context and structure what the game's supposed to be like, and then bring them right back to the players.
Thanks, David. Any final words?
Sure. I mean, I've just been blown away by how dedicated the team at Treyarch has been to making this experience for the players as best as it can be and giving them as much customization that they can have. It's just mind-blowing how dedicated they are to their community and how well they treat their fans and the players that play the game. So I think that's something that all of the Black Ops 2 players out there when they get the game are going to realize pretty quickly.
Thank you, Hastro. Any final words?
We're really excited to put this game in players' hands. And when you get there and you get your hands on it, I want you to tell us what you're thinking about it, how it's working for you. Feed right back to us so we can continue to make and improve our games for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the pit here with Hastro. The score streak's making a big difference in that last game, and the machine's coming out to play, right?
Yeah, we saw the War Machine and a couple Death Machines come out,
and the North Americans were down until those came out, and it was just all she wrote for the Europeans.
That's right, the Europeans are raging against the machine, but rage isn't enough. Although it's interesting to see that Quantum from the German team is actually the highest scoring player in that last round as well. So the Europeans are close, they do have it, and there's still plenty of chance for them tonight. Been looking at the stream, that's hashtag BlackOps2MP. OMG Squirrel saying that they're really going to love that COD casting feature. Now just tell us a little bit about how much easier this makes COD casting from what you've experienced in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you've tuned into the stream past few days, it's been really, really immersive. We're able to really take you into the game, show you a few different things, and we're making use of all the features here. So it's just a world of difference since past Call of Duty titles, where you just had spectator mode and you relied on that to present the game to people out there watching. So this is really a full service for us, the COD casting. We're able to create that viewing experience for the audience, and if you haven't tuned in the past 3 days, watch a couple games right now and you're going to be seeing COD casting mode in full effect.
If you haven't tuned in the last 3 days, you've come in just in time. We're about to go into Search and Destroy. This is on Yemen. It's the first time we've played Search on Yemen, yeah?
Yep, absolutely. So first time for Search and Destroy on Yemen, just like you said, AC. And it's smaller, a little bit of a smaller map. Should be really quick to see an engagement between these two teams. So I'll flip the overhead map view on really early in the game as we see the breakout of the players, see who has the objective, the bomb, and it should be really fun to watch.
So the North Americans shut out the Europeans on Search last night. Do you think we'll see a change there?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a change. I think the Europeans are going to pick it back up. I mean, that team deathmatch was actually really close. So I think the Europeans are going to come out pretty strong here in the Search and Destroy, maybe play a little bit more passive, not so aggressive. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, come on, Europe. Let's do it for us. We're going to Search on Yemen. Let's go.
So it's like they don't have it in yet.
Yeah.
Time for a little SMD.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump on board here to Yemen. Now, Yemen is a very, very tight map here with those alleys and corridors, and we're on board with